You guys, we're going to be talking about units. And remember, as I'm doing it, you can do it pencil, pen, whatever you feel like it. I like to do my bubble letters. You don't have to. But we're going to do units of time this week. So we will have one lesson where we're going to go through the different units, and then we'll have another one that gets a little more deeper into it. So the first one that we want to do today is just kind of a quick little review for most, and it's going to be talking about 1 minute equals 60 seconds, or is the same as 60 seconds. And then 1 hour, let me write that in a different color actually. 1 hour, abbreviated HR, is the same as 60 minutes. And then if you had, for example, let me turn it up, 1 day is the same as 24 hours. Or if you had 1 week, and week is WK. If you had 1 week, that's the same as saying 7 days. So there's a few units of time. I'm going to add on some more. So now let's get a little bit deeper into it. So we did minutes, hours, days, and weeks. And now we're going to do 1 month. And 1 month is about 4 weeks. So remember, we have different, each month has a different set number of days. Some have 30, 31. February, this last one, we had our leap year. So 1 year equals 52 weeks. But we can also say, so these are in weeks. We can also say 1 year is the same as 12 months. And finally, we can say 1 year, if I wanted to talk about days. A lot of you know all this, so this will be good review, and then we'll get into converting. 365 days, so 1 year. All right, now a little bit deeper into it, we're going to talk about decade, centuries, and millennial. So if someone were to say, like this last New Year's Eve, we went from the 10s to now we're in the 20s, that would be 10 years. And they say, wow, that was quite a decade we had. Decade is anything with 10 years in it. Or when we came into the 2000s, we said, oh, we're now, well, that's a millennial, but now we are over from, let's say, the 1900s to the 2000s. That's 1 century, because that would be 1900, and then adding 100 would give us 2000. So we'd say that was 100 years. And then if we were to say 1,000 years, we would say that would be 1 millennial. Millennial. So 1 millennial is the same as saying 1,000 years. So now we're going to think about converting them into different problems. So for example, let's do just like a number 1 practice. For example, if I wanted to say that I had 1 year, or I had 29 weeks. So I'm not going to, I'm trying to think bigger, less than. I'm going to think, is this bigger than, equal to, or less than? So I'm going to think, I don't want to just look at the 1 and the 29. That'd be silly because these, of course, are different words. So 1 year, that, of course, is 365 days. So I want to convert 29 weeks into days. So I want to figure out how many days is 29 weeks. So I know in 1 week, there are 7 days. So in 29 weeks, I'm going to figure it out by multiplying it by 7. So 9 times 7 equals 63. 7 times 2 equals 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So in 29 weeks, there are 203 days. So after I convert weeks into days and this year into days, I can now look at these two numbers, and this one starts with a 3, this one starts with a 2, so automatically I know that. 3 is greater than 2, so 365 is greater than 203 days. So when you see this on your homework for today, make sure you are talking about the same unit of time. Are you talking about days to compare them? Are you talking about months to compare them? Are you talking about minutes to compare them? So whatever the question is, try to convert it into the same unit of time. Bye.